What is up, Kingston? Welcome back to another Total War battle. Today we have a little special treat, which quite honestly is different for me. Yes, it's not Napoleon. This is medieval. This is, gosh, I can't even say it right because I don't say very much. This is, I'm gonna slow motion this. This is 1212 AD for Total War Attila. One of my favorite mods. I play this one on my own quite a bit. And today, I don't know, someone's probably covered this battle, but I had to cover it. And you know, I cheese out on these games so much that I had to just share the experience with you guys. I had to watch it and comment on it because I would anyway. And my wife would be a terrible listener, so, you know, join me for a epic, this is a 4v4 on a river crossing in Egypt. You can see already there's going to be a massive fight coming up here. We got crossbowmen. I'm not going to know all these factions. I don't play a lot of 12 AD, so I apologize ahead of time for all of you out there who love this mod, as I do, but obviously are better skilled in knowing which factions are on here. So we do have the Teutonic Order. There's a France on each side. So the Teutonic Order, backed up by France on this side. Over on this side, it's like a the Byzantines, I do believe. So like the old Empire, Constantinople, backed by Kiev. Now they're gonna be taking on, like I said, a France mixed with, I think that's Venice. Is this Venice? I feel like it could be a Venice of sorts with a lion. I know the lion with the, I'm sorry guys, I'm not gonna remember this. Also another faction which I know is in like the Byzantine Empire's area. I remember playing them in a campaign, but I don't remember what it is. So I apologize. There is of course a France mixed in with, where is this other faction here? Oh yeah, like a HRE or like a like the old Roman Empire, German Empire. Man, I'm not doing well. But anyway, we're going to jump right into this. You can see already, I'm going to do regular speed. There's two river crossings that are going to be fought for. Obviously, artillery just blasting away at these poor dudes. Look at that. They're already taken 20 men. We got some arrows and such flying, some crossbowmen. These are, of course, some heavy spearmen holding this crossing. Over on the side, it looks like we don't have a whole lot either. We have handgunners. We have a beautiful flank with some medium bow infantry. The crossing, of course, being held by more medium bow infantry. And then we have light melee infantry. So these guys will definitely be cannon fodder or archer fodder, as it were. While the main forces of this army are way in the back for both sides, spanned over. This is going to be a choke point. Who is going to force their way across first? Now, if you look at the layer of defenses here, heavy spearmen with, of course, some light crossbowmen and some archers, medium archers on the flank. We have some heavy spearmen as well, just waiting to be able to throw themselves in. Some Teutonic medium and melee infantry. And, oh, look at this. There's a massive infantry here. I love this. Okay, so they have massive, quite a lot here. They have some pikemen, some medium pikemen, mixed in with some spearmen. Oh, what a juicy hit here on these medium melee infantry here. They're massing up quite a lot. Surprising. I'm surprised they're massing up so much in this one area. They're letting a lot of artillery and archers hit this area, which is going to be really bad for them. They got nothing on this side. Now, of course, like I was saying, there's some catapults in the back, some medium artillery. That's a cannon, though, bombard. On this side, it looks like they have their trebuchet in the way back. Not really going to commit it. I think they're saving it for late game. So strategy is definitely different on this side. Over here, you have a light artillery piece. And that's it. It looks like just, oh no, trebuchet's way in the back. Now, it looks like artillery is trying to go for this artillery. So counter battery here with a huge, super heavy artillery from the Byzantine Empire. We do have some trebuchets, which look like they lost one of their trebuchets over here. So they're going to get their butt out of there. They are pushing forward here with some archers. This is the first initial skirmish here. Like I said, these guys, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even focus them down. But man, these medium spears are taking the beating. Love the colorful shields, though. The banner carrier has a round shield, so he's not going to be as protected. Look at all the water being popped up here as they are just trying to hold this crossing. Oh, wow. I don't know if it's gonna look as beautiful in the video, the YouTube video, as it does on my game, but it looks gorgeous. So they are running out of ammunition a little at a time. We even have a city way in the back. That is so cool. The details, look at this. It's like they're defending. They issued out of these like small towns, and they're told to like hold the front lines. So they push out here. Look at this. They even have some heavy range melee. Oh, these guys are really, really good. Now, obviously not a rule on how many range you are allowed to have besides maybe the artillery, but we do have a clash. Some light infantry going against the medium spears. Archers or handgunners not even firing. Just these guys, looks like taking some pot shots, I'm not sure. But these lights are shaken, losing decisively. Is anyone attacking here? Not yet. So these crossbowmen, though, are wavering. They've taken some hits as they're being focused in by quite a lot. And are they breaking? They're wavering. They're pulling back because they're getting focused down by this heavy crossbow unit. These guys are really good. G&E's crossbowmen are OP. So it looks like, yeah, a lot of light infantry trying to break down this medium spear unit. Also, some more skirmishing happening across here where you can see the handgunners taking some shots at the archers and vice versa. I would pull these guys back. It's not worth it. Let them push themselves across and force themselves in this little gap. Have your archers maybe ranged around and then let your artillery go and just explosive, just destroy them. I mean, they got a lot of archers over here as well. Wow. So even now, guys, with this fight not really raging too much, not a lot of men have died. We have some handgunners, though, starting to take some pot shots. And artillery now, once more getting in it. They're missing, though. Getting a couple. Getting a couple units here. Let's see. Who are the units that were rallied? Oh, we got some cav moving around here. Look at that beautiful atmosphere. What's funny is most of these aren't even desert-themed units. It looks like, yeah, the light infantry still going away against a medium. I don't know if this is a good trade or not. But they are trying to make a river crossing. Too bad you couldn't make boats. Could you imagine if you like pushed boats across and all that? How awesome that would be. So we do have a heavy spear unit that is broken. Just to artillery, it looks like. What a shame. A shame indeed. So these, I'm really surprised they're allowing so much artillery and just infantry to just fire at this. Like, really, I mean, I'm really surprised. But, you know, I guess crazier things could happen. Ooh, that's a cool shot. Yes. Oh, we have some more G&E's crossbowmen here. Pushing up, we got the artillery coming down. Oh, my goodness. What a shot. What a shot. They are just massing up here with that catapult. On this side, it looks like more infantry. We have some medium melee charging in now. Also, some light shock charged in to kind of even the odds here. As, keep in mind, guys, there's only a couple places this fight could actually go. And it looks like they're definitely losing there. Sorry, I had to jump away for a second. Divert disaster for my toddler. They have sacrificed so many infantry. I think they're willing to sacrifice this. This is heavy spear infantry. Do they have a lot more? Are they willing to sacrifice that over their mediums? And I mean, they have shock infantry. They have pikemen from France. Heavy spears over here. They have some way more in the back, it looks like. And of course, their cav in the way back. So definitely feel like this is going to be a... Oh man, you can't even see them all. Oh, we have even more infantry rushing up. Cannon fodder. Over on this side, looks like this fight is still raging. The light shock infantry have actually been broken, probably by the archers here.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
And look at this, over on this side. Even more standoff here. What a bloody river crossing already. River crossings are always very rough, I would say. Always very rough. But it looks like maybe France is going to start pushing up here. They're getting hit pretty hard by archer fire. Are they going to attack the infantry now themselves? Are they going to attack? Man, this does not seem like it is a very fair fight. Look at that in the background. You can see. All right. Anyway, keep like getting the cool angles. Like I said, I cheese out this game too easily, and I'm like, oh, look at this, and I keep doing like cinematic views and all that. So it looks like we may actually have the Byzantines making an effort to push across here. They're actually getting hit by some friendly fire as they're attacking the spear formation. I don't like they're doing a whole lot of actual attacking. They're just getting hit in the back by archer fire. We have some medium melee troops pushing up here. There we go. Give them what for? These guys are getting shot in the back. They're gonna break so fast. Still nothing over here, just the water flowing past. Oh, are we gonna get a charge here?
How many more times?
They're exhausted. That much I do know. When like they're interesting. Oh, we may have the finally have a show off here, as these guys are looking like they may advance. They're so close to each other, and yet no one has seemed to fire yet. What are they doing? Oh, do we have a charge? Please tell me. I want to see an awesome clash. Still nothing. Yes. Finally, a clash here as medium against medium melee infantry. It's a 2v1 with some spearmen in the back. Some of these guys are breaking as they're just getting hit by so much archer fire. Like I said, guys, a choke point kind of a battle. This battle seems to be throwing back. I don't think... The attackers definitely are suffering more. I mean, they more light shock infantry. You see reserves being pushed up. They are actually a little concerned, but the Byzantines alliance is definitely not doing as well over here. On this side, I would say this Teutonic French alliance is doing quite well. Granted, they did 1v2 with their infantry. Not going to go too hot. But still quite epic. It's just so cool looking. Oh, wow. They pulled one of them out that was starting to rout. And look at this gap in the line. These pikemen have been wasted. 42 of them left. I would push the pikemen up. I mean, at this point. Here we go. We got another charge here. And this should possibly break this infantry. Over here on this side, do we have a counter charge? The light shock going back in here. The archer fire is quite brutal on both sides. It's going to be won or lost by the archers, I feel like. By no one else, but the archers. Oh, we do have the break here, as now the French are going to be victorious. Archer fire still pinning down these poor spearmen. trying to hold. Man, they do not have an easy job in front of them. Who's charging? Oh, these infantry came back, and they're going to charge some already. Oh, wow. Handgunners got a beautiful volley firing right over these spearmen. And both sides probably going to break mutually and decide that they both are done with this fight. More infantry, some pikemen actually moving up. I would save the pikemen, to be quite honest with you. I mean, these pikemen, they're just throwing them away. I mean, I know they're trying to waste archer fire, but archer fire lasts a long time in 1212 AD. Both sides now have wavering units. They're going to throw in some more medium infantry. Walking over tons of dead. Man. Look at that. All right, so both sides have lost. A fresh unit is pushing up here. I think, are they going to throw their archers up now? These guys have lost all their ammunition anyway. The slaughter right here, though, guys. I mean, you can see how hard fought it has been just for this small little choke point. I feel like this is a patience game. Who can last the longest? I still think this is a bit of a mistake. They have this huge, juicy target for archer fire. I feel like it's almost guaranteeing that someone's gonna, you know, make it. I mean, they seem pretty happy, and their spirits are not crushed, even though they're standing on like dozens and dozens of comrades, probably. I'm glad they're still happy. Uh-oh. I hear the fireballs. Oh!
The enemy refused
Undaunted.
Their unit has rallied.
Oh my gosh. Even with that, guys, look at this. They're still holding. This line somehow has lasted. Oh, they're counter battering, and it looks like they actually hit one of the catapults. Very good. So they're trying to get rid of it. They have a trebuchet here with only 2 of them left. So obviously they've taken some fire as well. It looks like finally maybe the Byzantines have made a sort of, they've sort of made a beach landing of sorts, but I mean, at what cost? You know, doesn't really look like they've really actually made a true beach landing, because there's a whole army just waiting for them with archers, artillery. They're gonna have to make some sort of movement. Who's gonna make the movement across? Right now it's just artillery, which, oh wow, they are just toasting these catapults. These catapults need to be careful, because these catapults have quite a lot of artillery left, and not only that, but they have way more ammunition. So maybe this thin line has been paid off, you know? Maybe it is paying off. I love how you can see the town in the background.
Where did they come from?
Oh, the artillery almost hit, but it didn't quite hit, did it? We had the catapult crew, which probably ran out of ammunition. I guess they think that they can hold against a very large enemy force. We have more archers now shifting over. This is what I think I would not want to play River Crossing because of how slow and methodical. This actually could last a very long time. There's still 40 minutes remaining in this fight. Archers are really focusing him down. Here comes the fireballs of justice. Missing, hitting. Oh my gosh, they are so close. One left, guys. That's quite the picture now, isn't it? I don't know where this catapult thinks they're going, but We have maybe an artillery piece over here firing somewhere. It's right here. Is it out of ammunition? No, it's not. They're saving it. Oh, are they going to kill this cow? It's only got like one shot left, so who knows. We have an artillery crew now taking on some sword men. Also archer fire. These guys just shooting down. Yep. Man, this fight, I'm telling you, look at this. We have spearmen who can actually fire as well. That's a cool unit. Wait, is it a mixture of... Can they... Like, look, some of them have archers, some of them are using their arrows, and some of them have spears. That is so cool. It's like half of them will defend, the other half will fire. That is a very cool looking unit. And it looks like one more got burnt. So one trebuchet to fire all of that ammunition. This river crossing has gone nowhere. This one seems to be going possibly somewhere, as now Byzantines seem to be making another push. And they're going to be met. Oh, some cavalry charging down. Cavalry charging down, trying to save this. I love the sword best, definitely. And then you have line infantry also rushing in, so they're not going to give them much of a foothold. I love all the colors, to be honest. Oh yeah, so definitely swords against cav, not the greatest. I don't know why I keep checking over here, because nothing has changed. Post side still so determined to not be the one to sacrifice tons of troops. Spearmen out charging his medium infantry, melee infantry, and I would say definitely going to work well. At this point, I feel like these guys, this side, needs to make a push, because they're throwing one away piecemeal and they're getting just focused down here. Oh, what a charge by the cavalry. Look at this guy, he went way too far. He's like, oops. Oh. Well, he went way too far, obviously, and now we have some light shock infantry charging into this fight, as well as some cavalry, so I probably should stop trying to do cinematic views at this point. A lot being thrown back, so basically any troop from the Byzantines is getting thrown back with heavy losses, because they're going in one at a time, it feels like. Do we have some spearmen pushing up? Facing off here at the river? Oh, where's the, like, exact middle here? Wow. You can, like, insult each other. I would attack this if I had pikemen.
Stand to! Prepare!
Oh, yes. Alright, so more is happening once again. Pikemen are pushing up. We have some infantry charging in as the pikemen are going to reinforce here. Gonna be a little bit of a rough one here. They need to throw some more troops up if they're going to make a decisive push here. These pikemen are going to make this very obvious victory here. Pikemen always even the odds here. We have this huge fight, though. More infantry now rushing over. Heavy infantry. There's cav, heavy shock cav, but all of this infantry is being hurt pretty badly by the archer fire. You can see they are just slowly but surely killing them. Using their archers to just focus down any masses here. You can see the infantry is being brought up here, trying to maybe deal with the archers in the other bank. They're taking out one or two. This fight looks like it's going to go poorly, as the Teutonic Order is going to get thrown back. Yeah, they're getting hit in the back. Like I said, this is definitely more of a patience game than anything else, but we do have more infantry now. Dismounted noble. Oh wow, this is heavy melee, guys. Are they charging in? Are they gonna charge in? That'd be quite the fight here if they did. Look at the infantry up on the hill, though. Like, this is such a strong position for them still, for this side. And they're holding very well here with their medium spear infantry. Over here, it looks like France is just doing really well. I mean, they've pushed up more and more of their reserves. They still have a trebuchet totally well rested, and there's 30 minutes to go. So pretty soon here, I bet you there's going to be quite a significant push on both sides, and it may just turn into a massive cluster by the river crossings. They should have one more river crossing, I feel like. Just one more to spice it up a little more, because there's not enough action for my satisfaction. Did not mean to make that rhyme, but hey, it works. All right, so the reserves, besides the general in one of the light shock cav units, everything else has pushed up now. Everything else is going to be committed here. And actually, there is not as much troops here as I thought there would be. Then again, there's not a ton on the other side as well. Over on this side, both sides have not tons, but there is some medium pike infantry and there's some medium spears still in the back, as well as some heavy shock infantry from France. These guys are going to be key a little bit later on down the road. Guaranteed these guys are going to carry their weight. They've been roasting in the hot sun, though. I would let the enemy push across. I would not keep holding this. Utilize the open area, especially if you have cavalry, which they have some medium shock. I hope France brought some cavalry as well. Renowned for their cav. It would be amazing if they did. But it looks like we may actually have them clearing away from the front. Over here, still not going the greatest here. Infantry getting just focused down by so much archer fire.
Eyes front, no flinching.
No flinching. Man. River crossings, good thing they weren't actually a big thing. So it probably would not have gone very well. So we have one of the, is this the heavy shock? Yeah, heavy melee now charging in with some of the heavy ranged melee. So they are throwing in the heavy guns here, which means medium spears are now coming down. We have to have some chevrons, of course. They're going to start pushing over, trying to help out on this side. Archers still skirmishing across the river with each other. Man, the amount of arrows that have been fired across this expanse of water is crazy. They are losing decisively, though, to these heavy infantry. We do have crossbowmen pushing across. Light crossbowmen, they're about to be hit by handgunners probably as well. It's a ton of other things. Yeah, look at this. Just watch this slaughter. Let's see how fast they die. Oh, wow. They're taking, like, hits so fast. 986, okay, this is a waste. How many units are firing at them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially even 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. This artillery is now firing at these, heavy shock infantry and getting some kills there. Trying to destroy, oh wow, this guy is getting up. It looks like he's on fire. Is he getting up? Nope. I don't think he's getting up. Like, yeah, I want to sleep now. I'm gonna sleep now. Alright, so those heavy melee infantry have been broken. I guess, you know, at this point, I feel that this side could push and be way more decisive with their push, but they don't seem to want to attack at all. This is kind of a standstill. Both sides here have fallen back quite a bit, kind of done this range shape. This is a suicide to attack this, unless you had quite a lot of cav to rush over and just charge in. And then, even then, you still have pikemen waiting for you, as well as infantry, everything in between. This is a tough one. I mean, someone has to make a move with 30 minutes still to go. I mean, this battle is gonna... This may be a very long video. After all, I thought it'd be more decisive. Usually these battles don't last this long. But it does appear this may be a very long one, as river crossings are quite rough. I'd like to see a larger river crossing, like in the front, put one about this wide, you know, make it so that a whole line could fight along it, because I love those epic, large, massive battle clashes. And we have some farmers running away from the fight. I don't know why they're running towards this. You'd think they'd run towards the village. Oh, that's funny. Oh, wow, she's even bloodied. Okay, so she maybe is in pain. Y'all should help her out with this. You're all standing there. That's hilarious. You're just screaming. I didn't realize that. Oh, we have some cavalry advancing. Maybe they're gonna throw the cav across. They're falling totally back. I mean, honestly, if I was these people, I would even fall back and be like, hey, come and get me. Like, set a massive line and let them attack. Because right now, both sides will just keep sitting. What is this? Oh my gosh, these guys. Medium polearm infantry for France. Look quite grand. Alright, I'm gonna have to fast forward here. Unless something's gonna start happening here. Let's fast forward, because I don't see anyone making a move. Just a lot of skirmishing still, yada yada yada. Some melee with some of the skirmishers who lost their ammunition. Some artillery bombing in here. No one's making a move yet. I should have fast forwarded before, because this battle is just taking a while. And I had no idea. I had no clue, I'm not gonna lie. And see, no one wants to make a move. That's where you have to, I feel like with maybe river crossing, you have to like allocate, be like, okay, one person's a defender, one side's a defender, but they take less troops, and one person has to attack, but you get more of an advantage. I feel like that would do a lot better, because at this point, you know, it's just a game of, you can just sit there and wait until the timer runs out, basically, because you don't want to be the one to attack. All right, so we have some infantry moving up. Archers definitely focusing down any melee, or not melee, but any skirmishing units up here, and perhaps they're going to push up. Handgunners actually getting really focused down. Artillery wrecking over here. We have some infantry potentially going against the handgunners. Are they going to actually push up? Yes, finally a clash. You're not going to make it away in time. Or are they? They're drawing him into a trap. I would tell him to fall back. Yeah, because you're going to get countercharged here. Here come the cavalry. Bursting in on your back, although it looks like their charge was kind of ruined here. A lot of cav, though, is going to wreak havoc on them, so this is where you pour everything across. Oh, wow. That's gonna obliterate them. See, they keep rushing forward 1 unit at a time, and it's just killing them very rapidly. Nothing happening there still. So, yeah, look at this. See, they just charged them, and once more, just toasting them. They're gonna charge in with another. Where's their spearmen? Do they not have any spearmen? I thought I saw spearmen back here. Yeah. Heat your medium spear infantry up. Have them hold here against the cav. Because this is heavy melee. This is not good against cavalry. And if I was this faction, I keep throwing the cav against this, because repeated charge is just gonna toast them. And yeah, the handgunner's pushing up now. They have taken this out of the river, but I mean, the amount of carnage doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot to be encouraging here. And nothing happening over here. Maybe they're both just taking a cup of tea. I don't know. Both sides seem contented to just sit back. Artillery firing. Ooh, going for the handgunners. I would go for the cavalry, to be honest. Oh my, hold this. This is huge. We have a large amount of cavalry charging across. It looks like they are going to be a very determined attack. Heavy shock cav. Oh my gosh. They shifted a ton of heavy shock cav over. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think, look at the spear infantry. They are rushing over as fast as they can, but it's not enough. Even these handgunners, they must know they're screwed. Oh, they're so screwed. As so much cav from this side as well, guys, shifted over, and oh my gosh. It is just sweeping. Now, there are spear infantry that are coming over to help support this side, but look at all this cav that is sneaking around, and now I would start throwing the infantry across, throw everything across. This is it. This is for all of the marbles here. They're forming up in a cav-like formation.
Enemy units have been rallied.
Oh wow, they're gonna try to sneak past here, push all the units past. And it seems to work now. There is a countercharge of some light shock cav, but they are gonna get hit by some heavy shock cav from the Teutonic Order. They are so not gonna make it, but here we go. We have an epic cav fight here, medium versus heavy shock, with some extra cavalry charging in as well. This is gonna go very well here, but more cav charging in as well. Spear infantry maybe gonna throw up here and try to help on this cav fight. Cavalry charging some handgunners, but now we got the cav rushing over to deal with this heavy shock cav. This is gonna go terribly. As they have so much cav. Kievan nobles, heavy shock cav, probably gonna go for a flanking charge. That's what I would do. Oh, or they're gonna go for a general. But there's a lot of scrambling at this point, as the cavalry is just trying their best to hold here. Where are they going? Are they gonna charge in? So you see, spears have managed to clog this area off. This cav fight could be so crucial. The general is coming over, more reinforcements, light shock cap. Even another general is going to rush over here to maybe help out on this side. We have more heavy shock cav. Oh, they caught him down. We have infantry rushing over. They're going to try to coordinate maybe with their cavalry. We have, oh wow, a beautiful a charge here, light shock cav against the head. They are actually beating them. This general is going to help throw them back as well. These guys are going to charge in, I am assuming. That's a rough one there, and it looks like this is not going to pay off, unfortunately, as all this cavalry seems to be losing. That's unfortunate here. Nothing happening over here, guys. That large cav movement, and I would push everything else over and go in, commit here, because at this point, it's gonna be a lost cause if you don't. You gotta throw that infantry in, because they are just gonna handgun you and They don't have a lot of archers, though. Actually, they have some handgunners. That's it. The advantage seems to be firmly in these guys for the melee or the archery side. So if they can hold the line, get all their archers up, they could actually do a lot of damage to what basically is almost all melee. But their cav just got broken. So that, unfortunately, is that. Are they going to fall back now? Yeah. So now they have the cav advantage. Unfortunately, they weren't able to really pull out a huge win with their cavalry. This side seems to just be still sitting here. I would never.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
River crossing seemed like the worst thing in the world now, because it's just a choke point battle. It's like a siege, but there's no walls. And here we go. It's a huge skirmish. Both sides now skirmishing, nothing happening over here. So basically, it's like this side is being the deciding factor here. Handgunners shooting. There's not a lot of archers left over here, but they could try to defeat this side here. But you can see the handgunners, artillery even raining down fire with the trebuchet. Nothing happening over here, and this is a very strong defensive position. So they're just going to probably keep sitting on that, move their archers over, support this side. All of these archers, I would send the cav. This cav that won decisive victory, these guys that are eager, send them over and start dicing away at this archers, all these archers. That's what I would do.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
But we do have a desperate looking attack going on here as they're rushing over. I don't know how this fight's going to actually end up going. Seems very scattered.
Our men are breaking off.
Seems very scattered. Oh wow, this is possibly a hold on. Possibly a very good attack. But there's plenty of reserves. These polearms are going to attack a very weak spear unit and a medium spear unit. And they have reserves, so they are attacking on this side only. This is what I like to see, this kind of stuff, where it's a long, drawn-out fight. We have polearms and heavy shock infantry charging in here. This is actually going to be a problem, hence why they're throwing in more infantry, medium shock as well. Spears are kind of trying to tie this up, but a lot of heavy shock is going to push over here and probably easily break these guys, although they seem to be holding decently. Look at this. They're barely fighting. They actually are breaking them over here, and they have quite a lot concentrated right here. Heavy shock mixed with maybe some melee would do very well over there. Over on this side, they seem to be doing not too well. More units seem to be maybe some pikemen are going to start peeling over here. Here we go. There's that cav that I was expecting. Hopefully these guys have some bracing because they're going to need it. That's still going to hurt quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, so these heavy melee are losing. I mean, they're going up against some spears and melee. Archers trying to help on this side here. The general is going to throw himself in, try to defeat this light shock, which is actually going to try to maybe go for these archers. On this side, this fight seems to be going very well. They may get that flank. The center is holding decently well. Cavalry definitely has broken up these medium spear infantry. On this side, this is it. This is all they have, I think. Yeah, basically that's it. I mean, they have some reserves. They're actually starting to push over whatever they have left, as well as the Teutonic Order, I believe. I hope it's the Teutonic Order, but they're sending over their general. They're probably going to use any cav they have. If they can break this side and break this army, then this army will be getting outflanked. And look, they're peeling over more and more troops as they realize the danger which this army is posing here. And they have broken through this flank. Oh, this is bad. These guys are now going to be able to hit the flank here of these medium spear. And these archers can be thrown in as last effort to keep this line held. Archers focusing down these heavy shock infantry. This flank is starting to break, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending which side you're looking at. These guys are holding, with probably this general really helping out quite a lot.
We are abandoned.
One working flank, they have a general going to throw himself in, try to hold this flank as more and more archers and infantry are going to rush up here. This side actually is looking pretty scarce. I may put some pressure as these... nah, you don't have to. Although, look at this. They're sending even more and more troops over, but they're going to have to run all the way over there, which means they're going to become active, even tired by the time they get over the sea. They're winded already. By the time they shift over to this flank, probably going to be very tired, but it looks like they're going to throw in every last bit of troops.
Running for their lives.
These shock infantry have been broken. Archers should focus down this heavy shock infantry. We do have a general gonna help as they are caving this flank quite beautifully, and they're throwing in more cav here. Oh, there's that French heavy cavalry. They're gonna try swinging around this flank. You can see the cavalry, which was thrown into the center here, is now gone. So all it is generals. Not looking too good for them. Now a lot of infantry. This flank, they are definitely making a turn. I would suspect that they're going to throw any of this infantry over to protect this flank. This center seems to be holding decently well. But this flank is turning. I love the bold push they finally made. First the cav, and then not being disheartened by the fact that they lost that cav engagement. They threw in their infantry, and it seems to be working quite well. They're sending their pole arms now. What a fight. What a fight. Ooh, the handgunners maybe trying to get in the flank, get their general, getting some of the medium shock infantry and spears maybe to protect as this cav is starting to skirt around them. Oh, we have some heavy shock infantry going to get sandwiched, getting charged in the back by medium and heavy shock infantry. Sorry, medium infantry. We have heavy shock, the general toasting these medium melee infantry. And now they're going to charge in, probably go with these handgunners. This side's still in nothing. In fact, more and more troops seem to be just getting pushed over. The trebuchet, more heavy shock. Literally, it is just medium pole arms on this side with 3 ranged units. I don't know if they're going to make a push here. I don't know if they will or not. We'll see. But in the meantime, they're trying to reinforce this side. This cav is running in the back line, so they're going to have to be very, very cautious. They're going to throw in the general, try to stop this. These guys are losing decisively because of the pikes, which are going to do a really good job, actually, of destroying this infantry. Here we go, though. The general is going to try to stop this fight, but here comes that cavalry going in against the medium shocks. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if you guys saw that charge. That just slaughtered the majority of that line infantry that was charging. What a beautiful charge. And now the back charge. These guys are not turning to look the right way. This is going to change the entire course of this fight. Entirely going to change the course of this fight here. And now they're trying to actually just reform a line here as the rest of the reinforcements pushing over here. This is going to go well for them now. I think they actually have this. The attacking side, because there's so many factions that are the same. The blue team, I will call the blue and yellow team, they have this, I would say, or they definitely have a way better outlook at this point. As here we go, they are going to push this attack. I would have waited until you were actually engaging this line. Waste these guys' time. But, you know, doesn't matter too much. This fight is going very well. This is just some heavy shock, which is, it's French heavy shock infantry. But if they have enough range, they can sit back and just melee this. But remember, they have all the cav they need. Excuse me. And they can start taking out crossbowmen, taking out, and just surrounding this army. As the rest of these troops are going to fall apart here. The most decisive part was this cav charging in the back lines. Leveling. This was all that heavy shock infantry. They just got leveled, and they went and hit the back lines here. It just made this a very easy battle for them on that side. They're going to throw in their heavy shock. Looks like France is just going to go in. They are meeting heavy shock with heavy shock, but these guys probably are very tired. Oh no, they're fresh. Stat wise, probably. We got Cav maybe trying to get themselves out of there. We have some heavy shock. Oh, France versus heavy. France and France fighting each other. Brothers at war. This is going to probably be the deciding factor, I think, of this fight. Over here, we do have some medium pole arms going against the spears, heavy spears. I think the polearms got that, to be honest. Yeah, they're going to fall back because they realize it. We do have the general still out here. King, oh, it's King of Sicily. This is Sicily. I apologize. Sicily, I should have known that. They're still fighting, but France is winning. But they're losing quite a lot of men while doing it. I think this is just going to be a cleanup fight now, guys. I mean, I don't think that France has this. They're defending Red France.
The men are wavering.
Although this Cav took some heavy losses there. Yeah, get him out of there. Let him rest him up.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
This is quite a mash of infantry. You don't need to have all these guys because that's a beautiful target to focus with infantry. Yeah, this is a good target to focus your missile infantry on because these guys don't have shields. So all these guys should be firing right here. They do have some pole arms of their own as well as 2 spears. I think they're going to be all right. I think they're going to hold this. Unless these guys can handgun all of this down before this fight is over. But man, this fight, I was getting a little, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bored for a little bit there. It did not seem to be developing. And then all of a sudden it developed
Throw down their weapons and are fleeing.
massively. Like it developed out of nowhere and just explosive. You know, just everybody poured across, more infantry came across, and it just went. We do have heavy shock now going to go in. They're going to hit some medium pole arms. They are probably exhausted. Let's see if they do it. Now they're going to fall back, aren't they? Yeah. Or not. Ooh. He just bonked him on the head and he just fell. But it's turning into a mostly rout here. You can see these guys just got totally burnt by the infantry, but oh my gosh, these handgunners are going to be a pain. And these guys should still keep firing. They have not fired once. Or they haven't fired for quite some time. At this point, the Cav, yeah, they're going to try to do their best to focus them down. Let's fast forward a little bit here. There's a lot of running away. Ooh. All right, so polearm's going to go. Now the handgunners are going to charge or be charged in here, or hopefully they will.
Our men flee the field of battle.
This seems to be it. This does seem to be it. Heavy, but we have some heavy shock going against those polearms. The general is Sicily's fighting the French general, King, whatever it is. I'm really surprised they're letting these handgunners just gun down these super elite pole arms. These guys are wavering. They could have been charging this entire time.
The men are losing faith.
But France has definitely done their bit, and they have lost quite a lot of their troops. It's going to be up to the rest. And keep in mind, guys, these are heavy ranged melee. So not only do they have archers, but they actually are really good at melee as well, as their name says. So they will be able to run in the fight, and it's going to definitely be a victory for what you would say is the attackers. These guys were definitely the attackers pushing across the river in several places. And I think the undoing of the defense here was they held back a huge Cav fight, and they didn't take as many losses, but then they threw their Cav in, I think, too early to try to break up instead of letting the line try to hold, because once their Cav was gone, the rest of the Cav for the attacking blue team just rushed in and just toasted them. They ran around and hit the back lines, and that's where things went downhill. And once you have Cav that can't challenge Once you can't challenge the enemy cav,
Run from the enemy.
it's over.
This is shameful.
So it's just a little fight left. I'm gonna fast forward it. Man, this battle lasted almost an hour. Almost an entire hour here. These trebuchets are gonna try to get some juicy hits, maybe. I'm just gonna fast forward because, I mean, yeah, at this point, might as well. Let's see if they can get a good shot off. Ooh, they did. That was a beautiful shot. All right, so everybody's running away here, and that we'll look at. We're gonna. There we go. I want to say that's a defeat. And I think the timer ended before the actual battle did, but I would definitely say that was not a defeat. I would say it was. I'd say the people attacking the blue team definitely won that. They had more troops left, and yeah. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Let's end the replay and see the scores here of troops. Oh wow, losses. Everybody took some pretty heavy losses. Oh, Spanish. This was Spanish Empire. What was this? Wait, no, that's not Spanish. This is the name of the person. So yeah, I don't know what this faction or this faction or this faction was. This is Sicily, obviously. Teutonic Order, France on both sides. You can see France took a very larger amount of troops than this one did. Definitely paid off for them. So let's see what France, yeah, these heavy shock infantry got quite a lot of kills. Look at the artillery, though. Let's see here. Sicilia. That was Sicilia, and this was Wallachia. What was this? Grand Cousinate of Kiev. Okay. And this was Emperor Nicaea. This was Teutonic Order. So, definitely a very cool one. Sorry it was so long. You were like, when is this going to end? But yeah, it was worth it near the end when that explosive charge. I loved it. So, that is it for me today, guys. Thank you for joining me for this fight. Had to watch it. Figured I'd just share it with you guys while watching it. So, don't forget to comment and like if you did enjoy this video, if you want to see more of this. Commenting and liking on the videos actually helps the algorithm post my videos more, which gets me more views, which can help my channel grow faster. Not saying it's not growing fast enough. It is growing at a crazy rate considering how much I have been gone. So if you're new to the channel and you subscribed, even with me only doing 2 or 3 videos a week, I greatly appreciate that. It means a lot to me. So you guys have a great rest of your new year, as it is the new year. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.